They say this is a big rich town.
Hello and welcome back to the Binge Podcast. I'm here with myself, Ben, Joel, Kane and Kamara, and we'll be continuing Gangs of London for our part 2 episode. We're going to get stuck straight back into where we left off. I think from this point onwards, I think I don't know, episode 7 or something like that, things start to kind of unravel. So we start realizing the relationships between the Wallaces. So the mum, what's her name? Maureen? No, what's her name? Marianne or something like that.
Marianne, yeah.
And Sean and even Billy. So Billy is like a crackhead addict.
Poor guy.
Who's homosexual and can't deal with anything and just wants to do him, basically. Marianne's just bare upset because obviously her husband dying, the assassination attempt on her family, her family means everything to her. Mm-hmm. And then Sean, he's got the pressure of running now the business, but as people are trying to kill him and he doesn't know how to handle it and he doesn't like violence. So this scene, obviously, the woman, the Dutch lady, survived and they're torturing her in the basement. And I mean, I don't know if you've seen The Walking Dead, but there's like a similar thing where they play this song continuously, and they did the same thing to try and make her go nuts. But I mean, when we walked in, she's hanging up. Wow. She's dangling over like this broken glass. She looks mashed up. I'm thinking to myself, rah, boy. And you walk down, all you see is the bloody mum with a pair of pliers in her hand, looking like a crazy woman. Who, by the way, is from Game of Thrones as well.
Oh yes, Stark, Caitlin Stark, innit?
She's just as annoying in this as she was in that.
Yeah. See, I don't know, she is crazy though. I know you said she looks like crazy, but she is crazy because she was torturing this woman like it was cash, like it was another day in the office, and she didn't really seem like she had no remorse. And then on top of that, she was trying to push Sean to torture her as well. And it was like, wow. Yeah. Is that you setting an example for your kids?
I'm saying, you're trying to get your son to do a man. She's pulling out fingernails like it was fun. Do you know what I mean? Like it's tweezers within you plucking your eyebrows. She was like, boom. I mean, I'm not being funny. For that assassin lady to go through all that and not reveal anything.
She's about that life. That's what we notice. She's about that life.
She can handle pain, boy. I'd be like, what do you want to know? Address, phone numbers,
Especially when they find out she has kids and they just start blackmailing her and saying we know your kids are here and whatever. And does she pretend? Does she pretend to cry or does she really cry?
I think she was genuinely scared. I think when they reveal her kids, she was genuinely like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I don't think she thought that they would actually find her kid. I thought she'd be like, yeah, they'll kill me and, whatever. These times they rocked up to the house and they were talking to the little boy. Mm-hmm. I actually thought they were going to kidnap him though, but I guess Sean is actually, it's quite nice.
It's because Elliot is there.
Yeah, only reason. Elliot saved him.
It's Elliot.
Sean had the strap and he was ready.
Yeah. No, it was a really crazy moment because she's torturing someone downstairs. Sean's trying to figure out what to do and flipping Billy's just baking cakes. Trying not to relapse. It was just a whole headache. But I think that it just showed that Marion really is part of that life as well, because remember they had the flashback when they were kids and their dad was trying to get them to shoot that person whose head was in a bucket. The person that was buried and the head was in a bucket, who we later found out is someone she was having an affair with. They were raised to do this. So I think she just got frustrated with Sean a little bit.
Yeah. I think she was like, what life you're in, so deal with it kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you couldn't. I mean, I guess there's ways of dealing with things. But what would you do if someone's just tried killing you and all your family? Would you torture them?
Oh, 100%. Listen, there's no doubt about it. I mean, if someone just tried to kill your family, and you try to talk to them and they're not that giving you nothing. What can you do? It's either you release them or you get the information out of them somehow.
Yeah, but how much torture can you actually do before you notice this person is not going to say anything? You pulled out her teeth, pulled out her nails. You've been doing a lot, and they're still not speaking. Like, are you not going to get bored? And the same song playing over and over again. Like,
that was a bit wild.
To give her a due, though, I rate her. Yeah, I think her name was Tove. I rate her because she weren't saying nothing.
Nope.
The mum was getting more pissed, removing more nails and teeth. Yeah, I mean, by the end of it, she couldn't say anything anyway. She had no bloody teeth left. You know what I'm saying? So, like, she ended up escaping. Do you know what I mean? Like, doing some next acrobatics or whatever you call it.
She cut her wrist, innit?
She, like, did a madness just to get out of the cuffs and that. Because Billy, the waste man's making omelets, and he comes down. You know what I mean? He comes down and was just, like, being weird. And then, she escapes. But that didn't go too far because... she died. She got shot.
Mother Dearest handled it, innit?
Yeah, she was like, I'm done with this woman, man. Forget her.
It's just...
Yeah, she got to a point where she just didn't care, bruv. Nah. She was just like, do you know what? Yeah, you've got Billy and, you're using him as a human shield, but guess what? Don't care. I'm going to shoot you anyway. Bang. And it was just like, rah, what if you hit Billy, bruv?
I think she's skilled. I think there's more to her than what we know.
Honestly, to be in that to be with a husband like that as well, Finn, I think you definitely have a background that we are yet to find out more about.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's true. Like, yeah, there's definitely more to her because she gets the Irish involved. She's got Irish friends because obviously I think the Wallaces are like Irish in on one side of the family or something. And she was like, you know what? I don't trust no one. And she was like, because they were basically like in hiding. So she gets all these Irish brothers to come help her. But so they get stationed at their house. But on the other side of things, the other gangs are still doing a madness, bro. So this Albanian brother, right, Lawan, right, he's probably thinking, why have I approached every other guy with a deal? And now I can't do anything with them. So Ed's basically turned around to him and said, you're gonna die. Sean basically turned around to him and said, do one. And now this Mosey guy, the Nigerian, is just like, you owe me like £500,000 or something. So the guy's just like, so what's he do? He rocks up to this investment bank with machetes with him and his crew, looking like something from what's it called, Pulp Fiction or something, with all the same outfits, and just chop off everyone's hands.
I don't know how I feel about that depiction of the Nigerians because they can't afford guns, but that machete stuff was a bit insane. Like, it was just like shung shung shung. Everyone, I was like, what the hell is this? And they were so happy doing it. It was
they rocked up like they were. This was cash to them. To get out, I mean, like they came across some kind of like barbarian people, savage people, and just mash up everyone. And look, what I found quite funny, there was a guy who like must have survived and like ran out of room, and he went. The guys looked at each other and like, "Oh, we missed one," and like ran after. I'm not being funny. Like, if I was that guy, I'll be so scared because I'll be thinking, so everyone's like dead, and I'm getting chased by these two massive guys with machetes. Like, flipping hell,
they're massive as well.
Exactly, but if he was smart, he should have stayed there and pretended he was dead.
Like,
he would have survived and seen another day. But you know what? Yeah, you know when they're walking and we first see them in London, and obviously, like Kene said, they're all in matching clothes. It's like it just made them so obvious that they're not from here. Why do you always have coats walking down the street together? Boom, boom, boom. Like, they're just tourists. Like,
I mean, would you approach them though? Like, no. If you saw it down the street, you'd be like, "Oh, you guys are wearing the same outfit." You wouldn't say nothing to them, boy, because they look scary.
I'll look at one of them, uncle, nod my head, cross the road.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Keep it moving.
No, but there was a reason why they did what they did, because basically they say that it's a cultural thing, innit? In the show they said it was a cultural thing where if you're greedy, they chop your hands off as a punishment. because you're too greedy.
Yeah.
So I think that's why they came on the whole machetes and chopping everyone up and blah, blah, blah. Well, chopping the hands off and all that. But I just feel sorry for the guy at the end who obviously was meant to look like he was running the business.
Yeah.
Because they were like to him, bro, where's the money? And he's like, look, guys, this is just a front. Yeah. You know it. I know it. This is all fake. I've got nothing to do with none of your beef. Allow me, cuz. And then they're like, nah. And it's just like,
they were
have
dumb
mercy.
because it wasn't a bank. Do you get what I mean? It was
It was
like
a front.
it was like some kind of. Well, I thought it was just like an investment bank or something, wasn't it?
No.
They don't
So,
actually have money there. They just deal with all the money, like
no. So it's a front. So basically, they know that the guys that who own it, like money launder and all them things. So in order for them to launder money, they launder it through that business, and that business has to seem like it's a legit business.
Yeah.
But they literally just sit there and do nothing, but they make it seem like it's a business. That's why the guy was like, bruv, I don't do nothing.
Yeah, I don't know nothing.
I don't know about you, but I thought this Nigerian gang was just pointless. Do you know what I mean? Because to be fair, after that point, do you know what I mean? There's not they don't do much in the whole series. Like they're just there causing violence, bruv.
They're just an obstacle in the way, innit? Like they just wanted some more international people.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. But I mean, the other gangs. So this Asif guy, bruv, he looks crazy. He's sitting in some room like it's got some huge plasma TV on the wall, like he's playing Call of Duty, because you can see like he's got a drone and he's like looking at this warehouse and he's like, oh yeah, send troops there. And he's like staring at it like with big eyes and looking all like happy and things. Bruv, he sends in like these vans of men to just wipe out this warehouse, just kills everyone. And obviously it was a front. It was like was it like a florist warehouse or something?
Yeah.
But it was actually the Kurdish. There was their business. And he went in there and killed everyone. And the only survivor, obviously, was Lale.
Yeah, he was so happy watching that live feed.
Trust me, I was thinking, no, you're actually mad. Like you're evil.
That whole scene of him looking at the drone, it just reminded me of what's the guy from Aladdin, the baddie?
Jafar.
Jafar.
Yeah, it just reminds me of
Right.
Nah.
Yeah.
He looks more like the dad, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, what, Sultan?
Yeah, he looks more like the Sultan. No, but
Do
you know what? It's good in a way that we got to see her retaliate as well, even though she basically lost all of her men. She did not, but she did. I mean, she threw in the towel, did what she had to do, get a little bit of action from Sean, and then
trust me. Listen, Sean ain't saying no to that. He was like, "Listen, I need to release some stress anyway." So she just got naked, and they were
it was so quick.
They were just doing something mad. Like they was just on it, boy. But fair play.
Yeah, very, very interesting scene because it was like, okay, haven't really had much of this.
Yeah.
You know, it's more in violence, but I mean, yeah, I got power vibes there.
Yeah.
You know, and the scenes are a bit intimate and a bit,
bit much. They could have cut it from early, but hey, here we are.
And there was no passion there. Let's put it that way. There was no passion. It was full. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
let's do this.
That was it. It was like, yeah, you know what I came to do. I know what you came to do. Let's get it done.
You know what I mean, Sean was just like, all right, say nothing. Like, you know, let me still look brave, but all right. But yeah, no. She did get her revenge. So obviously she was thinking, you know what, this stupid man, you've killed my lover, you've killed my boys, you've killed all my people, my family, my business. You took everything from me. I've got burnt hands. Do you get what I'm saying? So like, she was like, I am coming for you. And the way she did it, she killed Aziz's son.
You gotta hit him where it hurts with these kind of people, you know.
Yeah.
But
And the way she did it as well.
merciless.
Ah.
It was merciless. It was
Oh.
disgusting. He didn't deserve that, man.
No, he didn't. He didn't, man.
He didn't deserve
And the
that.
funny thing is, she went up to him.
Yeah,
at the
no,
end.
Yeah.
When she's done her deed.
Yeah.
She goes, "Oh, sorry," and then
Yeah.
2 2. Now he was just like,
'cause
he
she
knew
shook his
something was
hand.
off.
She shook his
He
hand
knew
and it was all blood on her hand. She's so
Exactly.
smart woman. I like the way she did that.
Trust.
Yeah.
I like the way
Yeah,
she did
no.
Just to lure him, just to lure him, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
And then he went running.
But yeah, he was
And
he was
it's-
running. Call that running.
It's even when she done it. She
Yeah.
done it on the day that he celebrates becoming mayor. So
Mayor.
obviously, put it into context, this is probably the biggest, most proudest moment Asif has of his son.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, well, soz bro, I'm gonna kill him on that day. Like, she was very tactical in her revenge, and to be honest, I know that revenge that she's tasting was sweet, fam.
Sweet.
Of course.
Very sweet.
And she was having fun, boy.
Yeah.
She was covering up his face like he was Joker, boy.
Didn't she rip out his tongue?
Trust.
Or cut
Yep.
off his tongue?
Yeah.
Bruv.
Everything, his eyes, everything, fam.
Yeah,
I
when they
was just
turned him around. Oh my god.
Oh, but the thing what's crazy is like no one thought, let me go upstairs quickly and see if he's okay.
True.
True. It's because they said he was in a
Probably.
million.
Yeah, with a sexy woman. Like, they was probably thinking, yeah, bro,
Yeah.
you just became mayor. Enjoy yourself. Yeah.
That's the worst time, mate. She's
I
going
mean-
upstairs. You don't know who she is.
Yeah, Nazi was probably thinking, yo, give me 10 minutes, bro. Give me 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And they're thinking, oh, he's been longer than 10 minutes. Ratings, my brother. Yeah, I mean, but really, these times he's bleeding out. But yeah, so I think, to be honest with you, Sean probably, them smashing probably gave the nod from Sean as in say, bruv, go and do your thing in it, because this guy, what's it called? As if is just
Insane.
he's a dickhead. He's a dickhead. Do you know what I mean? He's just doing an absolute madness. Isn't it?
Yeah.
So, other side of things. So, go back to the Albanians and the Nigerians. So when obviously Luan finds out what the bloody Nigerians did to the bank and just mash up, everyone's on the news. It was peak. He was like, okay, I need to get myself out of this because this is just dumb. He rocks up to his daughter's birthday party and
Oh my
scared,
God.
basically had to scare him.
I was so scared, yeah, that when he gave him the gift, it was someone's head.
I thought so too.
I thought it was
I
gonna be
was
someone's
like,
head.
nah, this is wild if
Yeah.
he does do that.
Girls, she had a lit birthday party. I was like, oh no, he's gonna give them a head, but it was a puppy. Even though it
Yeah,
belonged to someone. But it
And
was
he's like, what? It's just a puppy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he's like, bro. So, do you know what? This is where I then gain respect for Luan, because I think to myself, this whole time you've been wet. Do you know what I mean? You've just been bouncing between leaders of gangs and stuff, trying to do you. And I guess the whole time what he was trying to do was obviously just do what's right for his family, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, I mean, because he's actually trying to do like construction and stuff. So in the end, he says to his wife is like his boy, innit? She's like, listen, you need to sort this out. Yeah, you did this, so you need to sort it out. So he rocks up to the Nigerians. There's about 4 of them. Do you know what I mean? They're killing a poor Chinaman, and they're just chilling. And then I'm not been like, if I got into that room, I was thinking, damn, like, how am I gonna get out of this? But he did. I was like, rotted Loan. Is that you, bro? All
so
right.
unrealistic. Like the way he just tackled everyone.
Bro,
He mashed up
everyone.
The funny thing is, where did the wife come from? So the wife was just chilling in the next room, waiting for him to, oh, honey, let's go now. Like, what kind of...
No, they called her.
Yeah, she was in the lift. Or saying she was coming up the lift.
Yeah, she was coming
Yeah.
up.
Because that's what made him go crazy. Because the thing is, the Nigerians were like, yeah, look, fam, like, obviously, the Chinese guy set you up, even though you thought it was your guy and that. So now we're going to kill you. But not only are we going to kill you,
We're gonna
Your wife.
we've called your wife. She's on her way and she's going to get some of this too. So then he's probably thinking, all right, look, before she gets here, I need to do something in it. And man takes out all of them.
All of
Yeah.
them.
He had the power. He just needed the what's the word?
Motivation,
He
man.
needed- Exactly.
Yeah.
That was the motivation to...
I didn't know he had it in him.
Me
I was
neither.
like, well, okay, so this is why you're leader of the Albanian gang. Okay.
Yeah, it makes
You know what I
sense.
mean? Because he was just mashing up all of them. And I was like, you know what? Respect, bro.
He
Respect to
stabbed
that.
the man through the door.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah, that was mad.
That was insane. I said,
100.
what? That is a sharp sword. Like, what?
Yeah, but the amount of could you imagine the amount of power he had
And then
to
you
do
got
to
to push through. That was a punky man, you know. He went no
Yeah.
wimmy.
So going back to the Dutch now, they're back. What's left of them anyway? They now attack the Wallaces at the Wallaces' home. But obviously, what Marianne's done, she's got her Irish friends to come and protect them. So there was another coming. It's kind of similar to the safe house situation where they're attacking upstairs, left, right, and center, and But I mean, much more smaller. There wasn't many of them. And to be fair, the Irish didn't do much at all, man. They all kind of died off pretty quick.
Yeah, they died very fast.
Yeah, I mean, like they were kind of pointless, really. I mean, and what's left of the Dutch as well, it was just kind of getting rid of them. That was kind of what it was, just getting rid of them. And then the big reveal. So Ed and his son Alex tell Sean everything, and Marion, and tell him and say, listen, they basically tell him about. So Finn has a mistress, and that mistress was actually the lady in the cell that the Dutch was keeping captive. So he was actually planning on selling the business, and he had all this money saved away.
Billions.
Billions of pounds. Yeah, I mean, he bought an island and a boat and things. I mean, he was going to run away with her, and Marion found out, and she was upset. And it turns out that they did a flashback, and Finn actually did tell Ed, listen, I'm giving it all to you. I don't actually care anymore. I don't want it. Do you know what I mean? Let Alex run it. Don't worry about Sean. Sean was not happy about that at all, boy. Like, he was just like, you're lying. So it just caused a massive rift between the Damani's and the Wallaces, because now it's all in the air, and that Ed's actually been behind plotting to try and maybe like deal with this in a more gentle way, but it didn't turn out that way at all.
No,
So
it was very snaky of him to do that, because I feel like Marianne really saw him as a brother, and like he was in the kids' lives through their whole childhood and everything. Like their kids grew up like siblings. When you see them together, you see that they're family. So the fact that he just went behind her back and was trying to take over the business, like Ed, like,
bro. We also remember Sean shot Ed then and there.
True say.
He was just like, traitor. Bang.
Yeah, he was like, bruv, I don't like what you're saying, innit? Yes, it might be true, but I don't like what you're saying. And then it was just like, pop. And it was like, raw. But then I was quite surprised that none of them reacted in like a violent manner, because obviously where Sean lit the shot off, I thought, okay, someone's gonna now. But then everyone was just pretty chill, and yeah, because that's when it really became, yeah, you lot aren't around no more. We're not around in your life no more. We're two separate gangs now.
One of the first people I felt sorry for the most was Elliot, bruv. So he's been involved the whole time, tug of war between both families. Do you know what I mean? Because he's beating Shannon, but then his boys are Sean. So it's like, what do I do?
He was being
that was a bit too fast, I can't lie. He was
a whole stepdad.
And he's only known her for about 10 minutes.
Honestly.
Literally.
Yeah, but you know, she's paying in it, so.
I don't know, but it was, do you know what, yeah? I never sympathized with Elliot once. I feel like he went in way too deep and he went about it the wrong way, I think, personally. So I never really sympathized with him. Like,
yeah, I agree.
He just, like, how many times did they tell you, like, listen, you don't have to do this, like, it's over, leave it. And he's like, I'm gonna get them. You're not getting no one. Like, he was getting on my last nerves. And I feel like a lot of things happened because of him.
He started off as, nah, you're sick, bruv.
Yeah.
Like, you're some sick undercover officer who's doing a madness, and you're beating up everyone, you're saving everyone. But I mean, he got in too deep, man. Because when you start pressing Shannon, yeah, I mean, you start becoming daddy to her son. then you was like tug of war between the Damani's and then the Wallaces, because you're trying to gain Sean's respect and trust. But then at the same time, your department's telling you, bruv, you're in too deep. You need to chill out. He's started risking the lady, the inspector's life, because she was under threat. Do you know what I mean? Which ended up she getting blown up by Shannon.
Shannon
was like, "Don't chat to me," and then bang.
That's because she let Shannon know that Elliot was undercover. Like her too, she was very unprofessional. You don't do them things. Like she came out and was like, "Yeah, because I'm working with Elliot, so I can save you." Blah 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 blah. Like when a girl says, "Yeah, I'll be right back," you know she's gonna come and kill you.
I'm telling you.
My girl said, "I'm coming back."
In it, you know. In it, boof, she lit her up. Like
Literally.
All those men out there, innit? You know what I mean? Like, if a girl says that, just run, bro.
Because she definitely ain't getting the milk for the tea, I can tell you that.
I'm saying, I'll be right back, babes. It's like just revealing to a girl, it's like, yeah, I don't love you. I'm just, doing my thing. Okay, I'll be back in.
Let me just go to the toilet and I'll be right back. Like it was just so careless of all of them, and the fact that Elliot got the other undercover guy killed as well, that really broke my heart because I feel like he was doing a better job than Elliot.
Yeah, he saved them as well, innit?
Yeah,
in the alley.
Yeah.
He rocked up, got a job.
So
and got killed, and
Elliot really caused a lot of issues that really frustrated me.
I'm not gonna lie though, his partner, the inspector lady, she was just she was impatient. It was understandable why she was impatient, but I mean, she got herself killed. She did. She couldn't have gone there in the first place and started revealing truths like that. Do you know what I mean? So I'd settle down, man. So you said earlier that Marianne saw Ed as a brother, and obviously it was just difficult for the Wallace family and the Damani family to understand the process, what was going on. So all the family members, Shannon, because she just wanted to live happy life. Billy went off to try and find his sister and run away with her.
That was
do you know what I mean?
When they really
that was just random and weird as well. Like she was a pointless character as well. Like you know what I mean, I think her name was Jacqueline. Bro, Jackie, just don't worry, man.
I thought they were gonna.
And then I trust same.
When the Dutch guy came, put his fingers in the tea, bit the sandwich, I was like,
oh,
he found you, Daddy.
I thought they were like outside, literally. Like I thought, maybe they're outside just getting in the car back to drive off. But lucky, they left about 5 minutes before. But no, I don't know. Yeah, I agree with Ben. I think she was a bit of an irrelevant character.
Yeah,
but it showed the dynamics.
No, it did. I felt sorry for Marion in the end because she was sitting on the bench in the bloody cemetery and she was just like, "We're family," and he's like, "Yeah," and he just shoots her, bro. Shoots her in the stomach or whatever, and I'm just like, bro, you're actually a dickhead, innit? Like you're. This is supposedly your family, and you are just killing people left, right, and center, not giving no cares. Trust me. So he just left her there on the bench, bleeding out. But I mean, yeah, so Sean and Alex are supposed to be brothers. Yeah, and they're basically turn around and they're at war with each other. But I think Sean's obviously, as we said, emotional. So he's just like, you know what, I'm done with this. And then Alex is kind of wanting to piece things back with them. And Elliot is trying to help. It just seems like he's getting in the way. But he ain't having none of it. So what does Sean do with Lale? Their prized possession of the whole company is a brand new skyscraper in London. Proper nice building, big up architecture. And then blow it up. Do you know what I mean? It's something from blimmin' Die Hard or something. Just blow it up. So the investors see, everyone sees it in the city. Everyone. So obviously this just caused a big problem for everyone, and everyone's because Sean's just like, you know what, I am done with this, man. This is just causing me problems. Let me just blow it up. I don't care anymore. So obviously the investors see it and they're just like, oh. So that reveals these mysterious people in the car.
Yeah.
I was actually gonna say that whole scene spun me because Sean obviously calls Alex and is like, blah, 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 you took this from me, blah, 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 blah. And obviously he's in the building. And then you see in his eyes the fire. And I was thinking, right, he can't be in that building.
That's what I thought.
And all of that, I was just like, no,
I was like, raw.
Can't just kill him like that.
Yeah, that scene was crazy, to be fair. Called him up. He was like, can you see the building? And he was like, yes, I can see the building. Well, I'm on the other side of it. And then
No, it was the key line that he said, which.
He said, "Where are you?"
Yeah, no, he said, "Are you working late?" And he must have said something like, "Yeah." So obviously that kind of like alluded us to, well, he must be in the building, right? Because he's working late. But he clearly wasn't. He was working late somewhere else. But I genuinely thought that was it.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought that he was dead. I thought that he was in the building, it got blown up, and that is that. But I kind of gained some respect there for Sean. But then when I found out he was alive, I was like, bro, Sean, you're a pussy, man.
Can't do that. Can't even do
Exactly. You can't even kill him, bro.
that.
Oh, no. Well, obviously, it gives you like, this is where the flashbacks start happening, isn't it? So this is where my head spins. I don't know about you guys, but my head spun because these random posh, weird people rocking up in some blacked out window car and, hello, get in the car, will you? And everyone sees them and shits themselves because it just, I'm like, who are these people? Do you get what I mean? So the first person who they rock up to was Javan, yeah, who you think is the guy behind it all,
Yeah.
the investor. Turns out they're the investors, and he's actually working for them. He's like, "Oh no, it's okay. She's like, "Get in the car," and then he gets in the car.
That was
Next
it, boy.
thing, bruv, you see him like hung up on some building, dead, and you're like, "Bro, okay." So this has just changed everything. And then obviously they approach Elliot. And the same thing. They basically said, look, show them a picture of Shannon and the Ute. And it was like, listen, if you love them,
Stop pissing off.
then
Elliot.
do what we tell you to do.
You
Elliot.
don't know them for about 5 minutes.
Right,
He's only known about 5 minutes. These times I'll be like, look, enjoy, love. Enjoy.
In what world was he and Shannon and whatever the little boy's name is gonna go off riding into the sunset and live happily ever after without Ed ever finding them, without the investors ever finding them? Like, what was the point of protecting them? And now she knows that you're a police officer. She's probably gonna try and kill you.
Yep, he was finished.
Don't you know love at first sight? Come on, girls.
That was not love. Electricity.
Dumb.
That was not
It's
love.
dumb. I'm sorry.
That was
Not for the
Yeah, I mean, they saw each other and was like, they were in love straight away. Come on.
That was lust. It was not love. It was lust.
Yeah, true. Isn't it?
Yeah. So, but I think Shannon is someone that we're going to learn a lot about as well. So it's just going to be a madness.
Well, the end of the Dutch, that weird little creepy old lady that's looking after the pregnant lady, turns out she had a baby.
Yeah.
And then she does a madness and escapes the dungeon that she's in.
Push the old lady down the stairs.
Yeah, bro. I know. No hesitation. No hesitation.
She's like, do you want to, what did she ask her? Do you want to take a bath or something like that so I can hold the baby? Yes. What? You've been holding me hostage for how long? And you're asking me if you can hold my baby?
Exactly.
She survived, though, innit?
No, I remember
survived.
she fell down the stairs. She fell backwards.
No, the old lady survived because remember the guy came back, the Dutch shoulder came back, and then he must have been like, Mum. and then she was like, yeah, she's gone, bro. She escaped it. Obviously, we got like that, but
screaming Dutch. She was like, "Oh, this for nothing, for nothing. Oh, this for nothing." She was like, shit."
No, but the girl ran fast as well. That's a parent right there. All the examples in that show, that's a parent right there. Like, he ran fast.
Run for your child, boy.
100.
Trust me. So basically, the investors turned around to Elliot and was just like, "Listen, Sean needs to go, and Alex needs to now be in charge.
Mm-hmm.
Do as you say, else we'll kill Shannon and you." And so what's he do? He brings Alex to meet Sean in some weird clubhouse, druggy, weird place.
Yeah, that place is weird.
I didn't understand that at all. And then, long story short, he shoots Sean clean in the face, bruv.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that. He did it quick, boy. He just went bang.
But
I was like, rah, all this time, you're supposed to be boys.
Yeah, like, I didn't expect that either because him and Sean had come to an agreement, okay, we're going to work together to take all of these people down. So I was like, oh, good. And then he gave him that USB or SIM card or whatever he gave him. So it was like, oh, okay, cool. you guys are gonna work together, take everybody down, and then he shot him in the face. I was like, did I miss something? But obviously I did because the investors. But it was just crazy. Like, I don't know. I didn't see it coming. I don't know if you guys saw it coming.
No, that whole ending confused me because then he got arrested, and then next minute he's getting tortured himself by some huge man. Do you know what I mean? I was thinking, bro, this guy lifted him up in the chair, just put him against the wall. I was like, bro, fair play.
He's been through enough, though. That's the thing. Like, really and truly, my man's been through. Like, he's been through trials and tribulations. Like, he's been through enough, and now you're sitting on a chair, tied up, naked, getting dashed around like a ragdoll.
They even threatened his dad. They threatened everyone, bruv. But
even the guy that was interrogating him. That's my guy from
me up in everything.
You know who? Then Trevor, my little gun, Trevor.
Pissed me off and everything.
When they go, no, he goes, no, you know you.
This is mad because when they were interrogating Elliot, he had no clue what was going on. Like,
he generally didn't.
All of his keepers were dead. Like, everyone was dead. Like, he had zero answers. I thought, this is it for you, mate.
But do you think he really didn't know? Because remember, that's supposed to be a whole flashback scene. So that whole episode is flashing between the current and the past. And at the beginning of that episode, he's already interrogation, and then they go back to show us how he got there. So I think he knew somewhat of what was happening.
I don't know, because they were asking him, who are you working for? But
I don't know, man. I was confused.
Like,
I'm not going
to
you.
Working for
what's the present? What's the past? What's the future? Who are you working for? Are you bad? Are you good?
I don't know if he knew all that.
I mean, he must have been confused, bruv. I'd be thinking to myself, why the hell am I a policeman? Like, everything is going wrong. But I mean, someone must have liked him because the investors, got like their people that are undercover in the people that were torturing him and set him free or something. And then, he rocked up. And he was like, come out of some secret doorway in one of the underground stations, wearing a suit. I don't know where he got that from. And then that was kind of it for Elliot. So it kind of left us on a massive cliffhanger. Really, it was like, okay, so where's this going?
Yeah, because they called him and they were like, "We'll be in contact." And then, and then he took the SIM card out of his tooth. So we don't know what he's planning to do next. But I reckon he's still going to try be Batman. He's still going to try, and I think he still might be taking down the investors. Maybe.
I mean, I'd be like, they said to me, I'll be in contact. I'm like, don't be in contact, bro. But that's enough.
You can't risk it with these people, bro.
They know where you are. They know where you've been staying. But then again, I think he's going to go look for Shannon because he's an idiot.
Oh, hope
yeah.
Shannon don't want you, bro. Like, it was a quick thing, you get me? That's it.
Yeah, her man's in prison. She just needed to pass some time.
Is he really in prison?
He did.
Okay.
He did. She killed him. Honestly, she killed him. But I can't lie.
She might be a psycho undercover.
Man.
I can't lie though. I didn't like it. I didn't like the whole, the investors basically running everything, and then it's like this conspiracy. Because I don't know. For me, it was like, okay, yeah, these are about the gangs of London, but I guess they were trying to make a point where it's like, yeah, but the biggest gang of London is like these unknown criminal warlords. And it's like, man.
Don't get me wrong. As an action like film or series, it's sick. Do you get what I mean? Obviously directed by the same guy who did Raid. But I mean, you're bang on, Joel. The name Gangs of London does not suit the show at all. I know obviously the stereotype for gangs is like the man them on the streets or whatever. But even if they did these corporal gangs, bruv, the whole time it was all run by some conspiracy organization anyway. I mean, there was a lot going on, man. I just felt it was a bit rushed. There was just so much going on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I agree with you, Ben. I think it was rushed. There was a lot going on, and it was like a lot of like like unexpected bits to the story as well, which didn't really make sense, and things coming in so late, you're like, what, huh? I think the thing that only made sense to me personally was like Finn and trying to get out of the business, having a baby and a whole new girlfriend and leaving, and his family had to deal with it. But I think everything else was just like, what? Like,
yeah. Do you know what it seemed like to me? Yeah, it seemed like that they tried mimicking other big shows out there, like Game of Thrones, for example, using a lot of the actors from Game of Thrones, of where so much is happening from different families and stuff, then all kind of combining it into a kind of one direction. Do you know what I mean? But in one season of 9 episodes, like Game of Thrones did it over like 6 series, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I just felt like I'm curious to see what season 2 comes up, because obviously at the end of the season, they left us a little cliffhanger that Marion survived on the bench, and who rocks up?
Yeah, she's gonna team up with the side chick,
Oriana, the mistress, the side chick.
Stop, Ariana. I want to see you after damn. But I was gonna say, so my thoughts on this show, I liked it. I think it was good. I think they started off strong. Like, they really caught me in. Just the whole aspect of him, like, setting him alight. And it just looks so cinematic. Because I like the raid, I think that's why I like this. I like the violence in it. Let's say it like that. I like the violence. But I kind of agree with you guys on the fact that the storylines are a bit hit and miss. Like, they had very good, interesting characters, and I think they just needed to flesh them out a little bit more. Or too many things, like we've already said in this. Like, there's too many things going on at once, and I think that was the problem here. There was just too much going on all at once.
It was proper compact, wasn't it? Like, don't be wrong. I know. I think a lot of people that watch it, especially a few people that I know, they watched it, and the only thing they're taking from it is all the fight scenes and the action scenes, and you know what I mean. So they're like, "Oh yeah, it was sick. It was sick. Gangs of London." But yeah, guys, season 2 has been announced. It's saying it's coming out. I mean, look, I think because it was on Sky and that it did get, I think they promoted really well, and that they got an audience pretty quickly. So you know, they got quite a lot of viewers. Season 2 was guaranteed to happen. But I mean, what do you guys think? What's your predictions?
I won't be watching it.
Really?
In fact, do you know what? I take that back. That was impulsive. I won't be in a rush to watch it. I'll say that.
No rush.
I just look forward to seeing that Marion's not dead. I want Ed Tamani I want Ed to die.
You want Ed to die?
Yeah, I think he deserves to be killed, but he probably won't be. I just want to see what's happening with the characters that are already like there. I don't care about who else is going to be coming and joining. I just think there's so much to learn about other characters. Like Joey said, I'm not going to rush to watch it. I think I didn't rush to watch season 1, so yeah. But yeah, and do you know what some people are saying as well, that Sean's not dead? So
yeah, he's plenty going to survive, isn't he? I mean, they shot him in the cheek.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you need to shoot that in his brain. Do you know what I mean? To properly kill him.
Do you think that Elliot did that on purpose?
I think so.
I'm not being funny. If he did that on purpose, then that's just dumb. Because, well, it would make sense because he goes into pub using darts to mash up like 20 men. So maybe he can, specifically shoot someone in the right space of a cheekbone to keep them alive. Then maybe, but I don't know.
I think he did because he still has all the information that Sean gave them.
True.
So that's.
I think he did.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, guys, that was Gangs of London. So, what are we all watching at the moment?
At the moment, I'm catching up on one of the best TV shows I've ever watched in my life called This Is Us. So that's what I'm watching, laughing and crying and everything all in one episode.
I've not even heard of that. What is it?
Oh, it's amazing. This Is Us is about, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like set in 2 different timelines. Like, it's about this family that have triplets. One of them is an adopted black kid growing up in the 90s, and then they show them in the future. Like, it's really good. I can't even get it all into one sentence.
What's it on?
I watch it on Amazon Video.
Cool.
Sweet. Yeah, I've always wanted to watch that. I just haven't really found the time, but it's definitely on my list. At the moment, I am watching Mayans, which is it came from Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, I've heard of this. Is it on
Yeah,
BBC?
spin-off. No, it's on Amazon.
Mm.
Or is it Now TV?
You sure it's not on BBC?
Is it on BBC? Bruv, if it's on BBC, yeah. Boy, I could be watching it in HD, bruv.
Isn't it good? Because I love Sons of Anarchy, yeah. And the Mayans obviously is another gang in it. But I mean, is it the same?
The verdict is still out. I won't say too much. I'm on season 1. I'm quite into season 1. But the verdict is still out. There's bits that are good, but it is kind of like SOA, in all fairness. So you got that. And then I'm just trying to finish killing off Eve. I'm just trying to finish off Killing Eve.
Cool.
Killing off.
Yeah.
For me, I am watching a show called The Shy. So it is on Showtime, so you can watch it on there. And basically, just to give a premise, it's about a mixture of individual characters, and we are set off with a murder, and it basically works on unraveling that. And everyone's set in Chicago, that's why it's called The Shy. And it has a lot of interesting characters in it, so it's good. And I'm watching season 2.
What are you watching, bro?
Yeah, so what I'm watching at the moment, I'm just kind of recapping on Peaky Blinders. I don't know. I guess old Johnny boy from Peaky Blinders, he's in Gangs of London, isn't he? So maybe that's what got me interested to recap on that. But yeah, so that was Ep 3, guys. Yeah, Gangs of London. Appreciate everyone listening to this.
Yeah.
Big up to Nay, Kamara, and Joe. And we'll catch you next time.
Arrivederci.
Peace and love.
Don't forget to follow us on all socials. Just find the Binge Pod UK and subscribe. Thanks.